Chosen one, whatever you are doing needs to stop right now. Do not skip this message. Heaven just paused everything to reach you in this exact moment. The extreme exhaustion you have been feeling lately is not physical. It is a calculated spiritual attack. If you ignore this warning, you will continue to lose your divine energy to forces you cannot even see. You must listen to me very carefully until the end. The hidden frequency I am about to reveal will completely shatter the matrix you have been living in. Have you noticed how incredibly heavy your body feels lately? You wake up in the morning after a full night of sleep, but your shoulders are already tight. The weight sitting on your chest feels real and suffocating. People around you might tell you that you are just working too hard. They might even secretly judge you and call you lazy. But they are completely blind to what is actually happening. You are not lazy, and your mind is perfectly fine. What you are experiencing right now is prophetic fatigue. While your physical body is resting in bed, your spirit is fighting massive battles in the unseen realm. You are a celestial warrior. Your soul is constantly neutralizing the dark energy of the people around you. Every time you enter a room, your aura automatically cleanses the space. This is exactly why you feel so drained when you interact with certain individuals. They are pulling your pure light into their dark void. This is a massive energy war, and you are the prime target. The universe is desperately trying to warn you about this invisible extraction. Do not let anyone convince you that you are just ordinary, or that everyone feels this way. Ordinary people do not experience this level of spiritual resistance. They do not wake up at 3 in the morning with a sudden tightness in their stomach. That sudden anxiety is not a coincidence. It is your spiritual radar detecting an active breach. Let me explain what this means, because understanding it will change everything. You have been told that you are flawed because you cannot tolerate small talk. You have been told that you isolate yourself too much, but your isolation is not a punishment or a mistake. It is a divine protection protocol. Your soul is literally forcing you into isolation to prevent energy vampires from siphoning your high vibration. Before we go any further, take a deep breath. You are not crazy, and you are not imagining this heavy feeling. Release the guilt you have been carrying for not being productive enough. You did not fail at anything. Your pure heart was operating exactly as it was designed to function, but you were speaking a language of light to entities that only understand darkness. It was never your fault that you felt so depleted. I am going to tell you exactly how this unseen warfare operates and how to seal your aura permanently. But before I give you that final piece of the puzzle, you need to realize the immense power you hold. The darkness is not attacking you because you are weak. It is attacking you because your dormant frequency is a massive threat to their existence. They know that if you ever wake up fully, their reign over your life is finished. Think about the sudden brain fog that clouds your mind when you try to focus on your purpose. Think about the heavy pressure behind your eyes that comes out of nowhere. That is the enemy trying to block your cosmic download. They are desperately throwing obstacles in your path to keep you distracted and tired. They want you to believe that this exhaustion is your permanent reality. But heaven is stepping in right now to break that illusion completely. Your sensitivity is not fragility. It is a highly advanced spiritual radar. Your empathy is not a weakness. It is the residue of divine compassion. The things the world labels as your biggest flaws are actually your celestial weapons. You have been carrying the weight of generational curses, breaking cycles that your ancestors could not defeat. That kind of heavy lifting requires an enormous amount of spiritual energy. Type 777 in the comments as a prophetic act of agreement to claim your restored energy. By doing this, you are telling heaven that you are ready to stop playing small. You are signaling to the universe that you finally understand your true worth. You are a genuine empath, a child of light placed in a very dark timeline to anchor a new reality. The extreme tiredness is simply the friction of your soul expanding beyond the limits of this earthly matrix. Now, I want you to imagine this for a second, chosen one. Do not let your mind wander. Pay close attention to this next revelation, because heaven is answering the exact question you cried about last night. The invisible forces that have been draining you are about to be exposed. The entities feeding on your light are terrified because they know their time is up. You are about to undergo a massive frequency shift that will restore everything that was stolen from you. Now, let us come back to what is really happening here beneath the surface. You might be wondering why your energy feels so completely depleted, even when you try to protect your peace. The truth is going to make you very uncomfortable, but you must hear it. There is a hidden network of spiritual parasites operating in your immediate circle. They smile warmly at you. They pretend to care about your well-being, but behind their mask is a calculating energy vampire. These entities are not just difficult people, they are deeply broken vessels that refuse to generate their own inner light. Because they live in total spiritual darkness, they must find a radiant soul to feed on. And that is exactly why they attach themselves to you. You are a genuine empath with an overflowing reserve of high-frequency energy. They saw your light from a mile away. They did not approach you by accident. It was a highly strategic ambush. I want you to think about the people who constantly demand your attention. Think about the endless conversations that leave you feeling empty and completely drained. They always come to you with their chaotic drama. You listen patiently. You offer your profound wisdom to help them heal. But they never actually want to heal. They only want to dump their toxic frequency onto you while stealing your golden aura. This is a calculated spiritual extraction. Every time you interact with them, an invisible cord attaches to your energy field. They siphon your life force while you quietly suffer. You walk away feeling heavy and confused. You think you did something to cause this. You constantly replay the conversation in your head to find the reason, but you did nothing wrong. You simply fell into a trap set by a professional manipulator. Heaven is desperately trying to warn you about a specific person right now. Do not ignore the sudden drop in your mood when their name pops up on your phone. Your logical mind tries to rationalize their toxic behavior because you have a pure heart. You tell yourself they are just having a hard time, but your spirit knows the terrifying truth. Your physical body reacts to them with a heavy dread because it recognizes a predator. Listen to me very closely right now, because this is where most people get confused. These energy vampires are not always strangers or obvious enemies. Very often, they are the people who claim to love you the most. They disguise their extraction as neediness or affection. They make you feel incredibly guilty if you do not answer their calls immediately. They use your beautiful compassion as a weapon against you. They are literally drinking your spiritual blood. But here is the real kicker. They know exactly what they are doing to you. While they play the victim in public, they secretly rejoice when they see you looking exhausted and broken. Your depletion gives them a massive ego boost. They want to extinguish your light because your pure existence reminds them of what they lack. You are a chosen one who naturally commands respect. They are empty shells, desperately seeking validation. You have been carrying their heavy karma on your shoulders for months. You thought you were just helping a friend or a family member, but in the unseen realm, you were functioning as their personal spiritual battery. They plugged into your frequency to power their own artificial matrix, and the moment you pull away, they become aggressively defensive. Have you noticed how angry they get when you finally set a basic boundary? That anger is not normal human frustration. It is the absolute panic of a parasite losing its primary host. When you respond with silence, they lose their mind. They will try to provoke you into an argument, just to steal a few more drops of your energy. They need your emotional reaction to survive. Your anger feeds them. Your sadness feeds them. Your frustration gives them the dark fuel they desperately crave to exist. But your absolute detachment terrifies them. I am going to tell you exactly how the universe is stepping in to sever this dark connection. But before I reveal their ultimate downfall, you must understand the cosmic law they just violated. They thought you were just an ordinary person they could easily use and discard. They grossly miscalculated your spiritual rank. You are a cycle breaker. You carry the divine mandate to shatter these generational curses once and for all. Every tear you shed in secret was collected by heaven. Every time they drained you and left you feeling worthless, a cosmic ledger was quietly being updated by your angels. You are the sacred property of the universe, and when someone intentionally harms a celestial warrior, they do not just face human consequences, they trigger a severe divine retaliation. The universe has been watching this entire dynamic unfold in absolute silence. Heaven is preparing to flip the script entirely. Let me go even deeper into this mystery. Heaven believes you can hear what most people cannot comprehend. Your physical body has been giving you intense signals for months, and you probably thought these were just random health issues. But there is absolutely nothing random about your current condition. Your body is functioning as a highly advanced alarm system. I want you to think about your sleep patterns lately. Have you been waking up consistently between 3 and 4 in the morning? You open your eyes and your heart is racing. The room is quiet and nothing seems out of place, but your spirit feels incredibly alert because it senses an unseen disturbance. Matrix individuals will tell you this is just stress or normal insomnia. Do not listen to their limited explanations. That specific time is a powerful spiritual window. You are not waking up by accident. Your guardian angels are literally shaking your spirit awake. They are trying to show you that a psychic extraction is happening while you sleep, and the enemy uses the cover of darkness to send negative frequencies into your sacred space. Your sudden wakefulness is a divine defense mechanism. Now consider the second undeniable sign. Think about the random tightness in your chest that comes out of nowhere. You might be having a completely normal day. Then suddenly a heavy wave of anxiety hits your stomach, and you struggle to catch a deep breath while the world spins around you. You wonder if you are just overthinking things again, but your logical mind is tricking you. That tightness is your spiritual radar detecting a toxic presence. An energy vampire is actively thinking about you and trying to pull your radiant light. Your aura feels the invasion before your mind even registers their name, tightening that invisible cord around your beautiful frequency. Your body is physically reacting to a metaphysical intrusion. Here is the third symptom you must recognize immediately. You sit down to focus on a creative project or your divine purpose, but suddenly a thick mental fog rolls in, and you feel a heavy pressure right behind your eyes that makes you want to quit. You stare at the wall and feel entirely unmotivated. People call you lazy or distracted, but this is a calculated spiritual block. The darkness knows your potential is dangerous. They send these heavy frequencies to paralyze your divine momentum. They want you to stay stuck in a loop of endless procrastination because they are terrified of what you will accomplish if your mind stays clear. This heavy brain fog is absolute proof of your power. Your assignment is massively important to the universe. Let us look at the fourth sign heaven is revealing today. Have you been having incredibly vivid dreams lately? You are running or fighting in strange landscapes, and you wake up feeling like you just ran a marathon through another dimension. You are experiencing severe prophetic fatigue. Your celestial warrior spirit is doing heavy combat in the astral realm while your physical body rests. You are protecting your bloodline from ancient curses in your sleep. No wonder you feel so completely drained by the time the sun comes up. You are doing the heavy lifting for your entire generational line, and the universe sees every single battle you fight in the dark. Your exhaustion is a badge of absolute honor. You are winning in the unseen spiritual realm. The fifth sign is your sudden and complete intolerance for fake environments. You can no longer pretend to enjoy meaningless small talk. When people gossip or complain about trivial matrix illusions, your skin literally crawls and you feel a desperate need to leave the room. This is not you being arrogant. Your frequency has simply mutated. Your high vibration automatically rejects everything artificial. You are demanding profound truth and deep cosmic alignment. You are shedding the old version of yourself that used to tolerate toxic behavior, and the people around you can feel this massive energetic shift. They are intimidated by your silence. They can no longer control your emotional responses. I know you are nodding your head right now. You are feeling a deep resonance in your soul as you hear these sacred words. The universe orchestrated this exact moment so you would finally understand your reality, and every symptom you have endured is a breadcrumb leading you back to your true identity. You are a chosen one. You are undergoing a severe spiritual upgrade. Do not let anyone convince you that you need to be fixed. You are not broken, and you certainly do not need matrix solutions. You are simply navigating a dense dimension with a highly sensitive, energetic field. The energy vampires have pushed you to the absolute limit because they thought your exhaustion meant you were finally defeated. They were terribly wrong. Pay close attention to this next revelation. I am going to show you exactly how the universe is turning this heavy attack against your enemies. The very signs that caused you so much pain are about to become your greatest weapons. But before we expose their epic failure, you must realize why your specific light was chosen for this brutal cosmic test. You might be asking yourself a very difficult question right now. Why did this happen to me? Why did the darkness choose my life to invade? You look around and see ordinary people living completely normal lives. They are not fighting invisible battles in their sleep, and they are certainly not constantly drained by energy vampires while trying to survive. They seem perfectly fine, but you are carrying a weight that feels entirely unfair. You feel completely isolated in this exhausting struggle. I need you to understand something absolutely crucial about your identity. You were not targeted because you are weak or unlucky. You were hunted because your soul holds the highest currency in the unseen realm, and your specific light is incredibly rare. You are a genuine empath with a frequency that terrifies the dark matrix. While ordinary people operate on a low vibration of fear and survival, your spirit naturally vibrates at the frequency of divine truth. The universe placed a massive target on your back the moment you were born. The enemy did not attack you by accident. It was a strategic war. They looked at your bloodline and saw a terrifying potential. They knew you were the cycle breaker sent to dismantle generations of trauma. If you reached your full potential, their entire system of control would collapse. So they sent their best agents to keep you completely exhausted, using the people closest to you as weapons to drain your light. They wanted you broken. They believed that if they drained your energy every single day, you would eventually give up. They wanted you to accept the false identity of a depressed and lazy person. They wanted you to forget your celestial lineage entirely. But they made a catastrophic miscalculation when they attacked your aura. They did not understand the true nature of a sleeping god. Anchor your high vibration by liking this video right now. Do this to seal your energy field against further extraction. Let the physical act of liking this message be a prophetic declaration. You are claiming your rightful place in the cosmic hierarchy, and you are telling the universe that you are fully awake and ready for the next phase. What you have been enduring is not a punishment for past mistakes. It is the ultimate test of the universe. The divine realm needed to know if you could hold your light in the absolute darkest environments. They placed you in rooms full of energy vampires to test your spiritual resilience. You were being forged in a metaphysical fire. Heaven watched you closely when you were completely drained. They saw you crying in silence when nobody else cared. They watched you offer kindness to people who were actively trying to destroy you. You passed the test with absolute flying colors. Your pure heart remained intact even when it was bleeding, and your absolute silence became your ultimate weapon. The darkness thought your exhaustion meant you were surrendering, but heaven knew your exhaustion was just the birthing pain of a massive spiritual upgrade. You were shedding the human matrix and stepping into your celestial armor. The extreme pressure was creating a diamond of impenetrable frequency, and you are no longer accessible to low-level entities. Think about how different you feel right now compared to a year ago. You no longer tolerate disrespect just to keep the peace. You no longer explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. That is not you becoming bitter or angry. That is your divine boundary activating. You are officially becoming untouchable. The universe is preparing you for a massive assignment. But before you can step into that timeline, every parasite had to be exposed. The people who drained you were allowed in your space for a very specific reason. They were catalysts meant to trigger your massive awakening. You needed to feel the absolute bottom to realize your supreme height. Now, I want you to imagine this chosen one. The spiritual scales are heavily tipping in your favor right now. The universe has gathered all the data from your silent suffering. The cosmic ledger is completely balanced. Every ounce of energy that was stolen from your aura is being calculated for divine reimbursement, and the enemy is in total panic. They realize they have triggered an ancient law of cosmic justice. They thought they could siphon your light without paying the ultimate price. But the universe is incredibly fiercely protective of its chosen ones. You are the property of the divine, and heaven does not take kindly to parasites feeding on its most valuable celestial warriors. Let me answer the question I know is forming in your mind right now. Why did the universe not stop them sooner? Because the universe needed them to dig their own energetic grave. They were building a trap for you, but they were actually weaving their own absolute destruction while you remained completely silent. I am going to reveal exactly how their karma is playing out. Before we go into the terrifying reality of their current situation, you must strongly anchor yourself. This profound truth will shatter everything you thought you knew about your enemies. They are currently experiencing the exact nightmare they tried to manifest for you. You must stand firm and watch the cosmic justice unfold before your very eyes. The unseen realm is shifting violently as we speak. The entities that tried to destroy you are completely paralyzed by fear. They thought your exhaustion was a clear sign of their victory. They celebrated when they saw you isolating yourself, and they truly believed your divine light was completely extinguished forever. But they were dead wrong. They looked closely and saw something absolutely terrifying. You are still standing firm. Despite every strategic attack against your mind and body, you did not shatter. You bent under the extreme pressure of their extraction, but your celestial roots simply grew deeper into the cosmic truth while they thought you were dying. You survived a massive spiritual drain that would have easily destroyed an ordinary human. This profound realization is causing absolute chaos in the dark matrix right now. The energy vampires who fed on your light are starving. They are desperately trying to find new victims because their primary fuel source is completely cut off. But ordinary energy does not satisfy them anymore, because they became entirely addicted to your high frequency and now face severe spiritual withdrawal. Have you noticed how erratic their behavior has become lately? They might try to reach out to you with fake emergencies or desperate apologies. They are constantly testing the invisible cord to see if they can still plug into your golden aura. But your new energetic boundary feels like a solid brick wall to them. Every time they try to send you their chaotic frequency, it aggressively bounces back and hits them hard. They are completely losing their minds because you refuse to react. They studied your past triggers and thought they knew exactly how to make you angry. They expected you to fight back or beg for their validation, but your absolute detachment has become their worst nightmare, and you simply walked away, leaving them alone in their dark void. Your silence is deafening to their massive, fragile ego. Now they are forced to sit in the ruins of their own malicious intentions. Without your bright light to distract them, they have to face their own internal demons. The heavy karma they tried to project onto you is rapidly returning to its rightful owner. Their lives are slowly unraveling piece by piece, while you rise completely untouched by the chaos they tried to create in your world. The devil himself is terrified of what you are becoming today. He realizes he made a catastrophic error by sending those vampires into your life. He thought the extraction would keep you completely depleted and distracted from your divine assignment, but the extreme pressure actually forced you to shed your matrix programming entirely, and the brutal attack directly awakened your dormant power. You are no longer the naive empath who freely gives away sacred energy. You have evolved into a highly guarded frequency master. You now understand the absolute value of your celestial light. You protect your peace with a fierce and unapologetic authority. The darkness absolutely hates this new version of you, because you are completely immune to their cheap emotional manipulation and toxic guilt trips. Listen to me very closely right now, chosen one. Do not let your beautiful heart feel sorry for them. You might feel a sudden urge to check on them or send them healing energy, but heaven strictly forbids you from doing that. Do not throw your sacred pearls to entities that only want to drag you back into the mud, because you must let the universe handle their divine discipline without your interference. Your only job right now is to observe their downfall from a very high frequency. They desperately wanted to see you fail, but now they are forced to watch you ascend. They are trapped in a lower dimension while your spirit elevates to the celestial heights. The gap between your reality and theirs is growing wider every single second, and they can never touch your glowing aura again. Now imagine the sheer panic in the unseen realm as heaven prepares its final move. The darkness is bracing for impact because they know cosmic justice is ruthless. Your silent suffering was the ultimate trap, and they walked right into it with their eyes wide open. You are about to witness the universe publicly vindicate your name, but there is a massive energetic shift happening inside you first. I am going to reveal the profound mystery of the hidden frequency that is activating in your spirit. The universe is replacing every ounce of stolen energy with something infinitely more powerful. This is the exact moment everything changes for your destiny. Your prophetic fatigue is finally ending, and a new era of absolute dominion is beginning right now. Prepare yourself for this revelation. Your celestial armor is currently locking into place. The vampires are watching your light expand, and they are shivering in the cold reality of their own making. You did not have to lift a single finger to defeat them. Your mere existence as a radiant soul was enough to blind them entirely, while your absolute stillness became the weapon that sealed their fate forever. This is where everything changes. The universe is officially stepping into your timeline. The heavy burden you carried is suddenly shifting. You might have felt a strange stillness today, because the unseen forces of light have surrounded your physical space completely. Heaven is declaring that the era of your silent suffering is over. The cosmic scales are aggressively balancing right now. The energy vampires have been completely cut off from your aura, but the universe is not just leaving you empty. Heaven is actively replacing the light that was stolen from you, and a massive energetic download is happening inside your physical body. You are not just recovering from the attack, you are literally mutating. I want to introduce you to the hidden frequency. This is the profound secret the dark matrix tried to hide from you. It is a dormant spiritual technology embedded deep inside your celestial DNA. Most humans live their entire lives without ever activating this power, but the intense pressure from your enemies just forced your spirit to turn it on. Your soul is waking up. This hidden frequency is not something you hear with your ears. It is a divine vibration that completely alters your reality. Elite spiritual masters call it the God-tier frequency. When this vibration activates, your aura expands into an impenetrable shield of golden light. Nothing low vibrational can exist inside this sacred space, and the darkness simply burns when it touches you. Think about the sudden moments of extreme clarity you felt recently. Out of nowhere, the heavy brain fog completely vanished. You suddenly knew exactly who was for you and who was secretly against you. That was not a random guess. That was the hidden frequency pushing the truth directly into your conscious mind, while your spiritual eyes were opening wider than ever before. Subscribe and tap the bell to stay in the flow of the prophetic. This is how you align with the cosmic rhythm. The universe is sending you these messages to keep your vibration elevated during this transition. You must stay connected to the truth while your physical body adjusts to this massive power. The Matrix wants you isolated, but heaven calls you to join the absolute light. Let us talk about how this new frequency counterattacks. You do not need to fight your enemies with words. You do not need to defend your character or prove them wrong. The hidden frequency does all the heavy lifting for you automatically, operating as a mirror of absolute divine justice. Whatever energy they send toward you is immediately multiplied and sent right back. If they send you jealousy, they will experience severe lack. If they send you anger, their own lives will spiral into massive chaos. The frequency creates a magnetic repulsion field around your entire existence. And while they try to drag you down, you are actually ascending into higher dimensions because they are powering your elevation with their dark intentions. You are becoming a true frequency master. The exhaustion you felt was just the growing pains of this ultimate weapon. Your energetic capacity is stretching to hold a completely new level of divine authority. You are moving from being a bleeding empath to a fiercely protected celestial warrior. The enemy thought they were burying you, but they were actually planting you in the soil of greatness. Do you feel that subtle tingling in your hands or your spine? That is the physical manifestation of the hidden frequency running through your nervous system. Your divine DNA is remembering its original cosmic blueprint today. As the matrix programming of fear and scarcity is deleted from your memory permanently, you are stepping into a reality of absolute abundance. The people who hurt you can feel this shift happening. They feel a sudden cold distance where your warm energy used to be. They are terrified because they can no longer read your moves. Your frequency has elevated so high that you have become completely invisible to their spiritual radar. You are operating in a dimension they cannot even comprehend, and they are locked out of your life forever. This is the ultimate checkmate. The universe let them play their silly little games. Heaven let them think they were winning the war against your pure light. But it was all a divine setup to trigger this massive internal activation inside you. Your soul needed the friction of their betrayal to strike the match, and now the fire of your true identity is burning everything to the ground. Take a deep breath and feel this new power rushing into your chest. The prophetic fatigue is being washed away by a river of celestial energy. You will no longer wake up feeling crushed by invisible weights. Instead, you will wake up feeling completely untouchable, because the days of you playing the victim in their toxic narrative are officially over. But this is only the beginning of the revelation. Now that your frequency is fully activated, the cosmic scales are tipping rapidly. The universe is about to show you exactly what happens to those who try to destroy a chosen one. You need to brace yourself for what comes next. The divine retribution is moving into its final phase, and heaven is preparing to unleash a storm of justice on your enemies right now. This is the moment of absolute cosmic justice. The boomerang has finally returned to its sender. It is hitting them 10 times harder than the pain they caused you. You thought the universe was completely ignoring your silent tears while they celebrated their fake victories, but heaven was just pulling the bowstring back to release a massive blow. They are completely exposed. Exactly 24 hours ago, a massive shift happened in the unseen realm. The divine gavel struck the floor of heaven. Every single ounce of energy they stole from you has turned into poison in their hands. They are choking on the exact same toxicity they tried to feed your pure spirit. Their entire foundation is crumbling rapidly while you watch from a place of absolute peace. They thought pushing you down would elevate them to a higher status. They wanted to step on your radiant soul to build their own artificial matrix. But instead, they triggered an ancient cosmic law of divine retribution. Now they are desperately trying to sleep, but their minds are completely tortured by guilt and fear. The universe is forcing them to eat the bitter fruit they planted in your garden. Imagine them right now sitting in the cold ruins of their own malicious lies. Every door they try to open is violently slamming shut in their face. The financial and emotional blessings they expected are being completely blocked by heaven. They cannot understand why everything in their life is suddenly going so terribly wrong. But the answer is simple, because they dared to touch a deeply protected, chosen one. While they are rapidly losing everything, a miraculous reversal is happening inside your physical body. All the light they drained from your aura is rushing back to you right now, but it is returning multiplied by 10,000. You are rapidly absorbing a massive wave of celestial power that makes you completely unstoppable. Your prophetic fatigue is gone, and a surging energy is taking its rightful place. You are not just surviving this dark realm anymore. You are actively commanding it with absolute authority. When you walked away from their toxic games in total silence, heaven upgraded your spiritual rank. You did not just break the generational cycle for your family line. You became the immovable force that forces the entire dark matrix to bow down immediately. You are now sitting on the untouchable throne of your own spiritual kingdom. The enemy is looking up at you from the mud they created for themselves. They want to drag you back down, but your high frequency burns them if they get too close. You are a celestial warrior who successfully mutated through the fire of ultimate betrayal. Your divine armor is shining with a blinding light that terrifies the weak. This is the coronation the universe prepared for you since the day you were born. You were never meant to fit in with the ordinary crowd of sleeping humans. You were designed to stand completely apart as a beacon of fierce divine truth. The extreme exhaustion was just the final test before this massive cosmic promotion. You passed the hardest spiritual exam in the universe, and your reward is absolutely limitless. Your enemies thought they broke you into a million tiny pieces, but they actually just handed you the exact tools you needed to build an empire. They studied your vulnerability, but they never prepared for your absolute terrifying silence. Your silent detachment just defeated a legion of dark entities without lifting a single finger. That is the supreme power of a genuine empath who fully knows their worth. Every tear you cried in private has been weaponized into a shield of golden light. The universe has placed a permanent seal of protection around your mind and your body. No energy vampire will ever be able to extract your sacred life force again. You have mastered the hidden frequency, and you are vibrating at the level of miracles. The struggle is over. and your season of glorious harvesting is officially active today. Look at how far you have come from those dark nights of desperate confusion. You used to beg the universe to take the heavy pain away from your chest, but now you understand that the pain was simply carving out space for infinite power. You are a massive threat to the darkness, and you are the ultimate pride of heaven. Step completely into this power, and never apologize for your brilliant light again. The people who plotted your downfall are now footnotes in your epic spiritual victory. They will have to watch you succeed from the miserable sidelines of their broken lives. You owe them absolutely nothing, and the universe does not require you to forgive their toxic actions. Heaven has handled the vengeance perfectly, so you can focus entirely on building your beautiful future. You are utterly untouchable. Feel the crown resting heavily on your head right now, chosen one. This is not an illusion or a trick of the Matrix. This is your actual reality manifesting in the physical world after months of silent warfare. The extreme tiredness has been replaced by the roaring energy of a fully awakened God. The checkmate is complete, and the entire cosmic board belongs to you forever. The battlefield is completely clear, chosen one. The storm has officially passed, and the dark entities have completely retreated into the shadows where they truly belong. Take a deep breath. Let the total peace wash over your tired body right now. You have survived the most brutal spiritual attack of your entire life, and the heavy weight that crushed your chest for months is permanently lifted. You are entirely safe in this sacred space. I want you to feel the physical relief spreading through your muscles today. Your shoulders can finally drop. You do not have to carry their heavy karma anymore, because the universe has taken the burden completely off your back. You do not have to defend your pure heart against people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You can finally rest knowing that heaven has secured your absolute victory. Your energetic aura is currently resting wide open after this massive purge. You must consciously seal this victory so the darkness cannot slip back inside. You do not need any external tools or matrix solutions to protect your frequency, because your own inner stillness is the absolute ultimate shield against any future invasion. When you sit in complete silence, you naturally weave a golden armor around your radiant soul. I want you to actively practice this silent protection every single morning. Before you speak to anyone, sit quietly and visualize a blinding white light surrounding your physical body. Breathe deeply. Declare that your energy belongs exclusively to heaven. The Matrix thrives on your chaotic emotional reactions, but your calm breath completely disrupts their desperate agenda while anchoring you to the divine truth. Your peace is highly weaponized. You will never again let an energy vampire drain your sacred life force. You know exactly what their toxic manipulation looks like now. When they try to bring their chaos into your orbit, you will simply smile and walk away without saying a word. They cannot hook into your frequency unless you give them permission, and you are never giving them access to your brilliant light again. You are firmly seated on your celestial throne, but the universe requires a physical demonstration of your new spiritual authority today. Your spiritual team has fought tirelessly in the unseen realm to bring you this exact revelation. They have done the heavy lifting, and they have removed every massive obstacle from your beautiful timeline. Now, heaven demands an action of absolute obedience. Do not stand at the threshold of your massive destiny and hesitate out of fear. You must aggressively align yourself with a community of genuine cycle breakers. Subscribe to this channel and tap the bell to stay permanently anchored in the flow of the prophetic. The enemy wants you isolated so they can slowly drain your confidence once again. But when you join this sacred tribe, you merge your brilliant light with thousands of other awakened warriors. Our combined frequency creates an impenetrable fortress. Place your gold on the scales of this calling by sowing a seed into this ministry today. The safe link to give is located directly in the description below. This is not just a regular donation to a random channel. This is a profound prophetic act of spiritual exchange. And when you invest in the source that actively feeds your tired spirit, the universe immediately multiplies your harvest. Heaven takes your faith very seriously. Do not let the fear of scarcity stop you from making this prophetic move. The enemy wants you to hold tightly to what little you have left. They want you operating from a place of intense lack and constant worry. But a true celestial warrior knows that the universe provides an endless supply of divine abundance. When you release your seed into the fertile soil of this ministry, you are completely destroying the spirit of poverty. You have paid the price in bitter tears for way too long. Now the cosmic scales are actively balancing, and your season of infinite harvesting is officially open. Financial miracles that were delayed by your enemies are being fast-tracked to your current timeline today. But you must claim them before this specific spiritual window closes forever. Sow your seed right now and watch how fast heaven moves on your behalf. Let go of every single doubt that still lingers in your tired mind. You are a chosen one who carries the divine mandate to change the world. The extreme exhaustion you suffered was simply the necessary cost of your glorious cosmic birth, and you have successfully graduated from the brutal school of silent suffering. The dark entities are permanently locked out of your reality. Your future is violently bright. Do not let the Matrix tell you that you are ordinary ever again. You are a radiant soul wearing a human disguise for a very short time. Walk forward with absolute confidence, and let your golden aura blind anyone who wishes you harm. The universe is fiercely guarding your every step from this moment forward. Stay perfectly aligned, protect your precious peace, and never forget the immense power of your hidden frequency.